that down, let's get things started with this, shall we?
Yeah.
He-Man. All right, so they've been talking for years about getting a He-Man thing going, right? John M. Chu was going to be doing a He-Man for a while. Of course, he's doing Wicked right now. Then even years before that, they were trying to get one going. They had the Battle Cat images come out and all that kind of stuff. And then, not long ago, they announced that Kubo and the Two Strings and Bumblebee director Travis Knight, who killed it on both of those films, was going to be directing a He-Man film. And now, according to the Hollywood Reporter, we've got our He-Man. And it's a guy by the name of Nicholas Galitzine. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I have no idea. I've never heard his last name spoken. But the Hollywood Reporter wrote this. Masters of the Universe has found its He-Man. Nicholas Galitzine, who recently starred in the Amazon MGM rom-com The Idea of You. By the way, nice little movie. I checked it out. It's actually a nice little movie.
I liked it.
Anyway, has been cast in the studio's live-action Masters movie, which has Travis Knight set to direct. Knight will direct from a screenplay by Chris Butler. Mattel Films' Robbie Brenner and escape artist Todd Black, Jason Blumenthal, and Steve Tisch are producing. All right, let's talk about this kid, Nicholas, shall we? The only thing I really have to go on is him in The Idea of You. Now, he's done some other things. I pulled up the IMDb here. He's done Mary and George, which I didn't see. Red, White, and Royal Blue, which I did watch. He's pretty good in that. He was one of the guys in Bottoms. He did Purple Hearts. I didn't see. I didn't see this Cinderella he did. I didn't watch The Craft Legacy. So I don't have much of a background on the kid. All I know is that you put him across from Anne Hathaway, and he works really well.
Held his own.
Yep, he really did, against who is, even at her young age, a Hollywood icon in Anne Hathaway. By the way, why is it trendy and the cool thing to hate on Anne Hathaway? She's nothing but delightful and awesome.
I don't know. I've always thought she was delightful and awesome.
Yeah,
she's Catwoman.
I don't get. She's fantastic. Anyway,
Catwoman.
So the dude's really good in this one little movie. Okay, so I'm all for that. Not a household name actor. I'm perfectly good with that too. And the guy's in shape. I don't know if we got any images of him here, Jonathan, but
yeah.
the guy's definitely in shape.
And he'll get in better shape.
All right. But here's the thing. Good actor, at least from the little I've seen him in. That ain't He-Man. That ain't He-Man. I mean, he's in good shape. He's in much better shape. By the way, whenever I point out that somebody may not have the right particular physique for a particular character, why are you body shaming them, John? I'm not body shaming. The guy's in much better shape than me. He's in wonderful shape, okay? I'm just saying he's a in good shape guy. The name of the character is literally He-Man. You got to get some...
Oh, come on. It's Prince Adam.
Well, no. Well, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that part in a second. But you need some John Cena, Dave Bautista. I'm not saying it has to be John Cena or Dave Bautista, but you got to get a John Cena or Dave Bautista or Dwayne The Rock Johnson or the Mountain from Game of Thrones.
Alan Richardson. You need to get one of, that's the physique. You're He-Man. Your costume is literally a fur loincloth with nothing but pecs.
Well, it's more than pecs, but yeah.
Well, yeah, pecs and abs and traps. And, triceps.
It'd be weird if he was just covered in pecs.
That's another movie. Or covered in fur. I just don't see it because he doesn't just have to get in better shape. This dude needs to put on like 35 to 40 pounds of muscle. And even with Hollywood magic, I don't know. So that makes me wonder a question. Is this, as Ray once pointed out, a He-Man Prince Adam issue? Are we, instead of looking at our He-Man, are we actually looking at our Prince Adam? And then they body switch, much like Shazam, right? You got the kid playing Billy. Boom. Zachary is coming in and playing Shazam. That's kind of a He-Man thing. Although the one logic loop in the He-Man animated show, and of course I grew up watching that show, was, wait a minute, even as a 10-year-old child, wait, Prince Adam looks exactly like He-Man. Same haircut, same face, same everything. Just his voice is a little bit deeper. But, so are they doing a Prince Adam He-Man thing? Or are they literally going to spend the next
10 months pumping this kid full of horse steroids and giving him a lot of beef to try to bulk him up, and he'll play both. That's possible. Anyway, the kid, the stuff I've seen him in, he can act, so I'm happy with that.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Harry's. You know, guys, in order to start the John Campea Show, I had to leave my high-paying corporate job in order to set myself up to be happier and enjoy more personal success. Because sometimes to get what you want, you have to challenge the status quo and blaze your own trail. And that's exactly what the folks at Harry's did. You see, at Harry's, they saw customers getting ripped off by questionable products in the shaving industry and decided to do something better. Harry's decided to pave their own road by making beautifully designed razors for a fraction of the price of the other big brands. Exceptional products, honest prices. That's Harry's. I have fallen in love with Harry's, from their foaming shaving gel that feels just luxurious on the skin, to their incredible razor that feels just as good in the hand as it does going over your skin. They've got rich, lathering, skin-softening body wash in scents like redwood, wildlands, and stone. You see, Harry's provides German-engineered blades made in their own factory that stay sharp longer. You can get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover for just $3 at harrys.com/Campea. Don't settle for the status quo. Blaze your own trail with Harry's. Get started with a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/Campea. That's harrys.com/Campea for a $3 trial set.
I don't know, Rob, what do you think about this casting, and how do you think they're going to handle the character?
Well, first of all, with Travis Knight directing, I actually interviewed him right before he started directing Bumblebee for a licensing thing for was it Hasbro? And he was an incredibly impressive guy. And just sitting down talking to him, he was very thoughtful. I'm like, this guy, even though, you know, his father, Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, gave him a bunch of cash, he turned it into something amazing. And his studio, his animation studio that turned out Kubo and the Two Strings, I put my trust in Travis Knight. I think whoever he hires, he's seen something obviously that we haven't seen yet, and I think I would always trust in him, just like he cast Haley Steinfeld to be in Bumblebee.
Yeah,
you know, so what is he going to do with this guy? I don't quite know. I like the idea of splitting the character if like he
into
turns
two performers.
Yeah, I like that idea, because if not, you're going to wind up with the same problem that you have with the animated show. Wait a minute, that guy looks exactly like
At least,
He-Man.
But you guys are
at
talking
least
about
Superman
the
put
older.
on glasses.
You're talking about the older He-Man though, like the newer iterations of He-Man.
Right.
The difference is night and day, and also you could think about Wonder Woman if you go back to the
True.
animation, she's huge. But in the newer ones, Prince Diana, she's like real lean.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
Gal
like
Gadot, same
yeah.
kind of, and it is Eternia. Maybe
Yeah.
people aren't as perceptive.
I like this.
Many
know,
people aren't as perceptive. They're pretty dumb on Eternia, just so you know.
I really like this casting. I like the way this kid looks. I think Travis Knight, he's gonna do this.
Oh yeah, he'll.
Oh
knock it
yeah,
out.
listen, that's the main reason I am as interested in this as I am, because of the guy directing it. That's the single most important
Yeah.
piece of this puzzle, right?
I think it's a wonderful choice, and you know what? He'll bring the right balance, because look, let's face it, He-Man isn't exactly Oppenheimer. You know, it's not like it's the subject matter needs to be imbued with something that makes it appealing to somebody older than 8.
Yeah.
And I think that I know people are going to get mad at me. I'm sure Brandon's already writing me a text, but I think that you need to turn this into not totally Lord of the Rings, but maybe somewhere between Dungeons and Dragons and Lord of the Rings. You know, that we love.
Yeah.
Because that movie, I watched that movie again the other day.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
It's great.
It's great.
It's a
It's so much fun.
delightful
And I'm like,
film.
if you're going to make a He-Man movie, I know it didn't make a lot of money, but that tone, if you could strike that tone with all the characters, and he could do it. Travis Knight can do it. After watching Bumblebee and Kubo and the Two Strings, those two films show you the way. And I think, how are they going to get him to play it? They've got a great actor. I think that kid's got a real future.
Yeah, he's clearly got chops.
And clearly they probably tested him playing both sides of that character, and he impressed. And if they've gone this far, because I'm sure he had to look at a lot of dudes before he decided.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You know, and that's why I have such faith in James Gunn's Superman movie. They spent so long doing chemistry tests between all the actors. that they know when we watch this cast. And I think Travis Knight did the same thing. And we might not see it right now, but I think we will when the movie is finally realized.
2026 is when it's supposed to come out.
I want this color palette to be bright. Like you can make it like a more like a real like that Battle Cat image.
Right.
It looked really fierce, right? Like,
Yeah, oh yeah, look great.
But you can still do that and have like a bright palette, like a bright, vibrant palette. Like that's the way I see Eternia and all that.
I think it should be muted in sepia.
You think? Well, I mean, if you is Castle Grayskull, should that be?
Well,
Yeah. But that was even bright. The green.
But
on
it's
that
a bright
castle.
gray.
Yes,
It's a bright gray.
It's a vivid. It's
A vivid gray. Yes, it is.
So let me go around the room then.
Okay.
I'll start with Ray. Do they get two different actors for Adam and He-Man, or are they going to stick with one actor?
I think I want to stick with one actor on this one just because of this actor. Like, I just want to stick with that. I don't know what he's going to do with his body to make it change. It doesn't have to be a big change. Like, just like us, just a little bit where you can't tell they're there.
Ooh.
You can tell that they're different.
All right.
I think one actor would be fine.
Jonathan, what do you think?
I think it's the same actor.
You think they're going to do the same actor? Rob?
I do too. We might not even have a Prince Adam in this show. Maybe he's just He-Man.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, you have that do the thing, man. The thing.
Yeah, then you
can't
then
do
you
the
lose
thing.
your main thing.
You gotta do the thing,
Plus,
man.
you're limiting a lot of your story, right?
true.
If you don't have his Prince Adam. I think they're going to go split. I'm just guessing. I think they're going to have a different actor because the kid's just not big enough to be. I mean, he's not even in the right neighborhood to be big enough to be He-Man.
But wasn't the He-Man obnoxious? Like, even the toys, they all had the same body. That was like
They're not gonna look like that.
Unreal view of
even-
like what a man
but
should look
Alan
like.
Ritchson, like I look at Alan Ritchson, like He-Man. You look at John Cena, He-Man. Like you got somebody like that maybe doesn't have to act as much as
To be
Prince
fair-
Adam
But
does.
Chris Evans as Captain America when he got
Yeah,
jacked
even
and
his
he's cut
body
in
would
wood.
look
Captain
fine.
America does not look like He-Man.
Dolph Lundgren didn't look like that.
I mean, but Dolph Lundgren
Dolph
was
Lundgren
like
was
the
huge.
biggest guy available
very
at the
tall,
time,
though.
right?
Yeah, he was huge, but he was huge.
Yeah.
He was in great shape.
Yeah.
He could get in
And-
Captain America shape.
I mean, yeah, you can get into Captain America shape, but I'm not going to look at a Captain America shape in the fur loincloth and think He-Man.
They might have to do the Captain America, the first movie, sort of effects, where he was the skinny
Where
Steve
instead
Rogers.
of digitally make him look
Yeah.
skinny, they digitally make him look
Whichever
bigger.
way they choose, I think they're going to do it that way.
They
Right.
they got to shoot
I
from
still
a,
think they're going to get another actor.
they got to shoot from
But
a
I might
low
be wrong.
angle, add pecs all over him. We're good.
And pecs all over him.
Yeah.
You never see his anything. You never see his chin down because his pecs come out way too far.
The thing is, if he's really charismatic, he could still look like Chris Evans He-Man and you'll love him.
Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, whatever doubts I have about, not every physical characteristic about a character is super important, right?
Right.
They're not. Like, I don't care if I'm fine that Hugh Jackman is a 6'3" Wolverine. I'm fine. Like, that's fine. But He-Man's name is literally He-Man. It's got to be something. So I don't know. But look, at the end of the day, I trust Travis Knight. And if
Yes.
Travis Knight's got an idea that makes it work with this kid just being a really good in shape kid who is both He-Man and Prince Adam, I will give Travis Knight the benefit of the doubt 7 days a week. So, but I'm still going to guess he's going to get a second actor to play He-Man. But we'll find out. Guys, the question is for you. What do you think about this? It's the most tangible, real thing to movement towards a He-Man movie that we've had in decades. What do you think of the casting? Did you like the idea of you? I thought it was really good, and maybe a lot of you guys didn't see it. Are they going to do Prince Adam and He-Man as two separate actors or the same actor? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.